Joe. We've seen it. Nobody wants to be there. Just can't take this damn parade. Who cares? Joe. There's a 2-mile wait to get past the damn green line.
Anyone who gets scared by a bear in the neighborhood, call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time I ever met Joe Murray was...
All right, welcome into 98.5, the Sports Hub. Of course, we have our big game preview this week at 6 o'clock, so the Joe Show moves to 7. But I'm still here, everybody, and you're still here. And we're still here at 617-779-0985. What are we thinking for Super Bowl 60? Well, tonight is media night, so we'll see if we can get anything out there. But what is your concern level for Drake May? I mean, I saw him out there. I saw him holding his bags with his shoulder. He was talking on a microphone. I think we're good to go here. I think so. At the pep rally yesterday, did you see Mike Vrabel? Excited? Warriors! You know, Stephon Diggs, we are what we are. Yeah, C Street Team Joe with the bottles back there. Maybe we should reinvent that ourselves as a TikTok. And have like a war on like South Shore Pizza versus North Shore Beefs. You know, that'd be funny. I mean, that's what the Super Bowl is all about, right? It's the biggest game of the year. It's that kind of level. Takeaways from yesterday, though, are the Patriots happy to be there? What I mean by it is they got to win the game. There's still a game to win. I was surprised when we had Hardy on the big game preview just a little while ago. They're all looking at the under in this game. I don't know why, guys, but I feel like good weather is points. And after watching the Seahawks over the last couple of weeks, their great defense, they give up over 20 points in every game. When the weather's good, the Patriots score over 20. Everyone's thinking under. I don't know why. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. Two of the best defenses are going at it, and I think points. That's what I think. Call me crazy. Who wants to watch a low-scoring Super Bowl? Nobody. I think we got some points this week, everybody. And that's where I wanted to start today. We got a lot going on here. We got a full show, technically. We're going to Musings. I'm going to do a Musings at 8:50. I did want to get into the Bruins last night, if you watched that thing. Wanted to get into the wide receiver defensive back battle. And how it's not a gap year for the Celtics. I know there's a lot of Celtic stuff going on. The Red Sox made a trade that I would like to get in on, and I do want to look back at the Sam Darnold seeing ghost stuff. Because to me, there was a lot there. There was a lot there. But yesterday was the pep rally. And Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are long gone. Long gone. I was reading this from the Wall Street Journal today. I know. Why am I reading the Wall Street Journal? Don't ask me. But a new coach, a rising star at quarterback, and an enormous offseason investment in the franchise has New England back in the Super Bowl. This written by Andrew Beaton, the $500 million offseason that rebuilt the Patriots' winning machine. You all remember the fourth quarter of last year's game? Joe Milton out there running around, winning a game. I was heated that they blew the first round pick. I was absolutely heated. But the $500 million offseason, why does that get mentioned? Like, the Patriots needed to make changes. They had to fire everyone. They did. They did for the most part. They had to spend money on the offseason. They had to bring in defensive guys and free agents. And I was surprised people even wanted to play here. Somehow, you stole Milton Williams from the Panthers. Remember when he signed? Milton Williams signed with the Panthers and then said, I'm going to go to New England. Carlton Davis was a huge hire no matter what you think of him, a huge addition in free agency. Right? Stephon Diggs was signed. That was a guy they needed. When you look at this team this year, they had to put a ton of money into it. They had to put money into their coaching staff. Doug Marrone, Josh McDaniels, Thomas Brown, right? Bringing in Stretch from the Rams. When you think of the turnaround, it really is amazing. And so I asked the question, are the Patriots happy to be here? Or do they believe that they can win this thing? I'll just say this. After yesterday's pep rally and just watching everyone up there, they're having fun and they're enjoying it. But I think Vrabel's already got a game plan to take something away. Whether it's Jackson Smith and Jigba or it's Kenneth Walker. I think they have a plan in place, and I think they know how to attack the Seattle Seahawks. So do I think they're just happy to be there? No, I don't. I don't. But it is different when they're enjoying it. It used to be business. It used to be expected. So that's why when I hear Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are long gone, but a new coach, a rising star, a quarterback, and an enormous offseason investment in the franchise has New England back in the Super Bowl, absolutely right. The days of Bill Belichick are gone. The ways of Bill Belichick, though, are still here. But it's run by Mike Vrabel. It's run by Josh McDaniels. The guys who have been there before. Josh McDaniels in his 10th Super Bowl. 10th. 10 Super Bowls? And he's going to coach up Drake May this week to be ready for a Super Bowl. I can't believe I'm saying this, but is there anybody better for this situation than Josh McDaniels? No. There isn't. And Mike Vrabel getting there after getting to an AFC championship before and not winning and having an opportunity now with his former team where he is in control. I know people want to use the word house money. That's over with. I think this game's truly important to the Patriots franchise and the future of where they go. Now, I get it. They could lose and still be in it every year. That's right. But you win after the turnaround, statement. This is unlike any Super Bowl championship that's ever been won here. 0-1 was special. There was a lot going on in the country. We all felt a certain way about that team. Drew Bledsoe went down. Tom Brady took over. It was a magical season. But you know what? They were built with Hall of Famers. This year, there's barely any there's no all-pros. There's 2 Pro Bowlers. There's guys that were let go elsewhere. Retreads. Draft picks that failed. The one thing that's gone well for them is their quarterback, who has stayed healthy, but all of a sudden is on the injury report with a shoulder injury. How impactful is that? But yes, the $500 million offseason that the Patriots built and rebuilt and paid for, they paid for the right guys because they find themselves in the Super Bowl with a chance of defeating the Seattle Seahawks. And to me, I think the Patriots are a live underdog. I've been saying it for 2 weeks. I think it's more important for the Patriots to win this game than Seattle. Your thoughts on that at 617-779-0985. We'll take a quick break. I see you guys lined up on the phone lines. I haven't been able to get to you yet, so we'll do that next. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports.
going to be getting some sound. I see Jake Seymour, who is here all night. He's been cutting all the videos up with all the guests that we have. He's our social guy, so for anything that you see on social, him and Ryan Garvin, they do a ton of that stuff, so check that out. And we got our intern, Dawson, back there helping us out, looking forward to anything that we have. It does sound like Mike Vrabel's going to speak tonight. When he does speak, we'll go live. We'll cut out if it gets any boring or anything to that degree, but we can take some of them live. If not, we'll pre-record them, and then we'll let you hear what happens later. Also, Roger Goodell spoke earlier today. I kind of want to hit on that. He mentioned some things about Bill Belichick, talked about potentially playing overseas, which they're continuing to do, and just mentioned something about the refs, which I would like to hit on there. So we'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. We're going to do a ton of football stuff, but we'll mix in Bruins as well. I watched that game last night. I have some opinions on it. I wanted to look into some matchups. Tonight we'll look into wide receivers versus defensive backs. And the Celtics, too, the trade deadline's coming up. Tim Bontemps, who I think hates who hates Jason Tatum, actually spoke well about the Celtics. So I think that the only time he will speak well about the Celtics is when Tatum isn't a part of it. So I wanted to read that later on. And also wanted to mention the seeing ghost stuff. If we don't get to it tonight, we'll get to it later in the week. But full show tonight, full show on Thursday. Just to give you guys a preview, Sam Pejanovic, Sammy P, is going to be in studio, and we're going to have a parlay party, a props party, all night long, and I think Frank Pepe's is coming in as well. I see Dawson back there. You had Frank Pepe's pizza? There you go. They're going to be coming in, so we're going to have a party. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Let's start with Justin. What's up, Justin?
Hey, Joe, I have three keys in the game for you, bud. Offense, defense, and special teams, I think is going to be key in this game, and I think we saw Seattle's defense last week. I didn't like what I saw with their defense, Seattle's defense. I think the Patriots will do just fine offensively.
I do too, bud.
Yep.
How about that rookie kicker?
I don't know how to feel about that rookie kicker, Joe.
I don't either, man. Well, Justin, it's going to be a big week, my man.
It is.
Hang in there, bud. We'll be with you all week.
I will.
All right, man. Justin's ready. He's ready. I am too. Timmy's in Bill Ricca. Timmy.
Hey, Big Joe. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Long time no see. I tell you, it's been a cold day in the Merrimack Valley shoveling snow off of all the roofs.
Oh,
but I
God.
got two questions for you. First one, do you think Ramondre Stevens is going to be a big part of the offense
Yes.
on Sunday?
Yes.
And then what's your favorite sub shop in the North Shore?
Ooh. Well, I mean, that's hard. That's hard. Like, what's your favorite?
Oh, I mean, if it were up to me, I like to go down to Revere Beach and get some subs, get some pizza down there. Bianchi's is good. Everything's great down there.
It's hard to just come up with one, right?
Yeah. What would be your big three? Lakash's in the Merrimack Valley.
Lakash's.
That's a
Bill
good
Ricca.
one.
That's such a good spot right there. Well, Bob's Deli would be one. That's Medford,
Bob's
though.
Deli.
Does that count?
Nah, that's not so much North Shore. I don't know.
Well, now I got to think about it, Timmy, but Diorsi's is definitely one of them.
Okay. All right. I'll put it on my list. Well, thank you, Big Joe.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Good luck
thanks.
with those roofs.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. That's a tough question to ask me on Super Bowl week. Best sub shop of the North Shore? Don't call in. Dawson, don't let people call in about them. Because the show will go off the rails and it's Super Bowl week. But I gave an answer, right? Oh, man. Now I got to think about this one. Modern Butcher's really good. You got me all thrown off. Yes, Ramondre Stevenson will be a big part of the game. A big part. He's the bell cow, man. Now, if he fumbles, do you go to Travion Henderson? See, I think Travion can be good this game. The way that the defense works for Seattle, he can get between those gaps. I actually watched this breakdown the other day. I wish I could credit who did it. It was actually on TikTok, guess. I was doom scrolling. And I came across this guy who did this work about why Travion hasn't been hitting the hole. He's been bouncing outside instead of kind of riding the hole a little bit. I'm sure they see that. But he's just like an inch off. I think Ramondre's ready to let loose. Not Ramondre. I think Travion's ready to let loose. Let's talk to Chris. He's in Manchester. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what up, man? I was trying to be nostalgia, watch the 01 Super Bowl. I want you to ask Vrabel with the hands to the face on the Ty Law pick six, man. Just was that on purpose or what, man? John Madden called him out, brother, and no call on the roughing passer pick six in that Super Bowl. I wonder if that was on purpose, if he's going to do something like that in this game. We all want to know, you know?
He's not playing, man.
Yeah, but is he going to tell his players to do it, or was that sort of,
Chris,
by accident?
you know what, Chris? No, I got something for you on this one.
Hit me.
When you're a big underdog, dude, you do whatever you can to win a game.
Okay.
Don't you?
What was it, 14.5 points or something?
Yeah,
right?
the biggest underdog ever.
Absolutely.
No, you know what, Chris? I was cheering, so I don't remember the face mask.
Yeah, no, I didn't either, and I saw it, and I was like, holy crap, but I just wanted to bring that to the point, and that's pretty much it, man. Go Fins. Fins up,
Fins.
baby, 2026, man.
Fins? Is that a Dolphins fan?
I suppose. Thought they were hibernating.
I don't even know if they have. I don't know what's going on with them. Jeff Halfley?
Yeah.
Skaz, hello, sir. You've been working back there.
How we doing, Joe?
Anything pop your interest to make you pop your mic on?
I mean, Travion Henderson, ride the hole. I think we can all get behind that. You know, that's good advice for everyone.
I think he just okay. I'm getting okay. When you play line, right? They tell you the back's to two. Then you run the four. He's not. Okay, what they teach you to do is ride your shoulder against the hole. He's bouncing.
No bouncing.
He's bouncing.
Little Lawrence Maroney.
Hit it. Because he's got moves, right? But once you plant your foot, like when you're not running straight and you're planting, you've lost your burst, right?
We want some more north to south, Joe, is what we're looking for.
More north. He's right there. Like when I watched the video, like there was a couple of plays where Will Campbell's blocking down, Jared Wilson's blocking down. He cuts to the outside where the tight end is. Dude, get in between there, baby. Get in there.
We've talked a lot of Josh McDaniels, Mike Vrabel, Drake May, but you just mentioned Will Campbell. Where is your concern level on Will Campbell heading into this game?
Ooh, well, you know what? I don't have being truly honest, I don't have a concern level about Will Campbell. But do I think that he has himself a little bit of a task this week? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, do you know about this defensive line? Have we discussed the defensive line of the Seahawks yet?
Some big boys.
Well, Byron Murphy, he's the big guy in the middle. He was a first round pick. He big. Do you remember DeMarcus Lawrence? He played at Dallas.
Snacks, right?
That's right. That's exactly. He's hard to cover. Remember Leonard Williams?
Oh yeah, former Jet
and Giant, right? Was he Giants? No, he was Jets. He was the guy that was traded, right? They got him. Like, they acquired him because he's good. So they have basically Byron Murphy up front, Leonard Williams, and then obviously DeMarcus Lawrence on one side. And then they'll ride, it's Nwosu, who I think they got from the other guy, Boye Mafe? He's piled up some sacks as well and played pretty well against them last year. But where they have a little bit of like Drake Thomas is a guy they have. He got injured, I believe, in the last game. I'm not really sure what his availability is. But between Ernest Jones and I think they're going to have to go back to one of these other linebackers that they have that was injured. But Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, DeMarcus Lawrence, that's what they're going to run with up front. They're going to run multiple linebackers at you. And they got Julian Love, Kobe Bryant, he's the other free safety. Rick Woolen has played on the outside. And Nick Amanwari, maybe you've heard of him. Tom Brady mentioned him to Kendall Jenner for those that were. Was that Kendall or Kylie? I can't remember anymore. But good players. They're going to run 3 down linemen, 3 defensive backs. They're big. They're fast. They move around, and the Pats are going to have to worry about them. So as far as Will Campbell, he's got his hands full. Let's talk to Bob. He's in Lawrence. Bob.
Hey, Joe. What's up, man? I always love the full shows. I look at the Bruins and the Celtics schedules. I'm like, damn, no full Joe's shows.
We're back, man. Tonight and Thursday this week.
So we got to talk about Drake May, and I think we want to go back to last year. He's a rookie. He's got a rookie head coach who, let's face it, never should have got the job in the first place. Rookies all up and down the coaching staff. No real experienced coaches on that team. Really bad offensive line. He's running for his life. Did he throw anybody under the bus? Did he ever say anything negative? No. He was a professional. He handled it like a real pro. And I think that's why he's thriving this year.
I think he's so humble. Everyone's bought in. The open guy's the right guy. It's really working. But, dude, he's got this thing with Booty that I really like. They have some sort of connection. He can always go to Hunter Henry when he needs it. But I think he looks for Stephon Diggs, and it works. But Mac Hollins in there doing the dirty work. I do think he finds himself getting open a lot. Drake has done a hell of a job, going through his progressions. It's been really outstanding.
And thank God Mac Hollins is back this week, hopefully healthy. It's just great to see him out there. And not that against Brady, but, if you didn't get the offense right away, you were out.
Exactly. If you were a wide receiver, exactly, right away.
He's got so much more patience. He's so much more humble, like you said. And he's working these guys in the offense. And, Pop Douglas, he hasn't done anything for a while. He's got so many weapons out there that I really, it's great to see our defense is. Got to love their chances.
All right, Bob. Appreciate the call, buddy. Thank you so much. There is a Modern Butcher Channel 5 review going on right now. I just mentioned them. And now they're highlighting them, Scaz. I manifested Modern Butcher on our television. They're cutting up beefs right now. We got to go there, Joe, some Saturday. And by the way, look what shirt he's wearing. Kowloon. How North Shore is that? Did you hear me say that, Skez? That was bad. All right. Bottom Butcher. Kowloon. A match made in heaven. We'll go to break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy.
Back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I can't watch food doing the show. I got to change Channel 5. They're showing these panini wraps with, well, got to get that lettuce out of there, though. But there's bacon. You can't watch this. We got to change the channel. It's like a coal-fired oven there, and they're making paninis. Looks like naan, actually. I love to dip that naan in that sauce. It's so good. It's really good. Anyways, Bill is in Newton. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Joe. How you doing, man? Question. I need your expertise here. I got 2 betting slips for the Patriots. One is a $100 bet to win $6,100 on the Super Bowl, and the other one was $100 to win $2,000. So I got $8,100 on the line on this Patriot game. They're only offering me $1,500 on a cash out right now. What's the play? Because the hedge really doesn't make much sense because Seattle's such a huge favorite.
All right.
I'd have to bet the money line, and they're like plus minus 250 right now. What do I do?
One more time. What is your bet? What's your bet?
I have 2 bets. One's for $6,100. One's for $2,000. So it's a total of $8,100, and they're offering me $1,500 total in cash out.
Okay, but the Patriots to win?
Yeah, Patriots just got to win.
They just got to win. Okay, so if you cash out, you'll get $1,500.
Yep.
But if you let it ride and you win, you'll win how much?
$8,100. On both of them are $100 bets.
Okay, but if you let it ride, you get nothing.
And they lose, right? And I get nothing.
What would you? Well, jeez. What about cat? Well, but it's 2 bets. So is the total cash out bet for both bets $1,500?
Yeah, one of them's $1,000, the other one's $500 right now.
Well, why don't you cash out the $1,000? Well, why don't you? Well, no. Oh man, I'd love to tell you to let it ride, and then you could bet some money on Seattle. So like if you win $8,100, but if you bet Seattle, see either way, dude, you cash out now, you're getting $1,500. Right. You can then take that $1,500 and put $1,000 on the Patriots and just save $500, and you come away with victory.
Man, I really want that $8,000 though. You think they're going to win?
So I do. As of today, I do.
Okay.
I think that people think Seattle's defense is a little more overrated than. My opinion is, I think the Patriots will be able to move the ball in Seattle.
You think Seattle's going to? Well, it's a Sam Darnold thing, maybe, right?
I think Sam Darnold's been very, very good, but I think the Patriots' defense is the one that's being disrespected. I see a high-scoring game. My opinion, I see high scoring. I think the Patriots in those type of games have been better.
All right, I think I'm going to let it ride, man.
Well, listen. Call me on Friday. Maybe we'll do this again.
All right, buddy. We'll do it.
Man. I'll think of a hedge, all right?
All right,
thanks. Later, bud. Oh, those hedge situations, man. I mean, you could cash out right now and get $1,500 and just not even think of anything. Like if you cashed out and got $1,500 and the Patriots won, are you mad at yourself that you let it ride? That you didn't let it ride? Yeah, you lost $50-something $100, right? Is that Joe math? 55, 6, 7? No, it would be like $6,000. Could let it ride though. Someone just mentioned Seattle alt line 9.5. Patriots will struggle to score, is what Mike in Baltimore just said to me. I don't like that. The Bruins luchador has tuned in from Tampa Bay. He's listening. Skaz, you had a question, and I asked you, is it something that we can talk about over the air? And well, you said yes.
Yeah, Joe. So we've done Drake May, we've done Josh McDaniels, Mike Vrabel. We have a whole week ahead of us. But distractions are something that are often brought up and discussed during Super Bowl week. Do you have any thoughts on the Seahawks offensive coordinator? Appears to be taking a job with the Raiders as their new head coach. Not official yet, but all signs pointing that way. How do you feel about Clint Kubiak this week? A little distracted, maybe?
I said I did this today on Boston's Enter the Chat on Nesson.
Shout out Nesson Joe.
Shout out. Yes, I think it will distract him. I think anything that takes you away from the game is a distraction. But why isn't the deal done? What's going on there?
And Tom wants to see if he can win the big one. I don't know.
Have they not dotted their T's and lowercase J's? What's going on there? Like, is he the coach or not? Now, is that what this guy thinks? Like, I got this job in the bag, and I don't know. I just, what do you think of? What do you think about? I wanted to get into this on the other side next hour, but what do you think of the offense for the Seattle Seahawks? And to me, I thought Charbonnet was a huge part of their team, guys. I really did.
Well, I like Charbonnet. He was kind of their red zone guy early on, but I think Kenneth Walker's a better all-around player. So I almost think that I don't want to say it helps him because he's going to be getting every snap, but I think Kenneth Walker is a more complete player, more explosive player. Like, Kenneth Walker in the backfield scares me more than Zach Charbonnet did. And that's not, an indictment on Charbonnet. He's a solid player, but outside of Walker and JSN, they don't have a ton of, talent. Shaheed, they added deep threat. AJ Barner, the tight end, is a good player, red zone kind of threat. Darnold looks to him every, once in a while in that area. But their offense doesn't blow you away. It's just how many mistakes will Sam Darnold make, I think, is really what it comes down to.
Well, he led the league in turnovers. For real, though, who do you think in the big game situation will play better? May or Darnold? Has Darnold ever played in a big game in his life, besides last week?
He looked pretty good against the Rams, right? Has Drake May? I think you could say the same thing.
Well, no. Has Drake May ever played in a big game in his life? North Carolina, no.
No.
Last year, no. At Buffalo, Sunday Night Football?
Sure.
Coming back down, trailing from the Rams? Not the Rams, the Ravens on the road? It's pretty good, right?
Not the playoffs, but pretty good. Not the Super Bowl.
The Texans were arguably the best defense in football. Did they beat the Texans in the snow?
They did. After 6 turnovers from CJ Stroud.
Played more bigger games?
Sam Darnold. He's been in the NFL longer.
But what's he done with the big games?
Just being in the NFL longer, his games have meant more.
But he had a great Vikings team, and he failed.
If you're a Vikings quarterback, failed is strong with that franchise. I thought Sam Darnold...
Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison.
Still a Vikings, Joe. Look at the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
Big thing,
Next big thing, they just fired their GM because they got rid of Sam Darnold. So
that's true. He went with PFF rankings.
Yes, not exactly what you want your front office to be doing.
Do I think that Clint Kubiak potentially becoming the Raiders head coach could be a distraction? Yes. Do I think it impacts the game? Maybe. You know what? I think it's more impactful than anything else.
More impactful than not.
Yeah. 50-50, yes.
Love it.
All right. Well, listen. On what's tonight? Monday nights and on Channel 5, they show a lot of food, and I got to shut it off. Because now I've seen this guy before, and I've bought sandwiches from him, and I can't remember his name. Maybe, do you think he'd remember my name? I think it's called Fricos. I want to say. Look at those sandwiches. When you get a sandwich, do you want it to be on flat and wrapped up, or upside down and ready to grab?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So when you're served sandwiches, right?
Yes.
Do you want them flat and wrapped like a sub, or do you want them wrapped upside, what I'm talking about, on its back?
On its back?
Yeah, never mind. I see here.
Yeah, just a normal sub wrap is fine for me.
What'd you think of the sub the other night?
Oh, always, Joe. Good.
Shout out to Folsom Eddie's. They're next door to us.
Becoming a Friday night staple of the night show.
Shout out Guido. Got a chicken parm the other night.
Great little spot over there.
I usually get the half parm, half eggplant, but that night was a special night. It's just me and Skaz. I eat the whole thing. I tried to save half of it. I couldn't. I wanted to just talk about some of these, this goalie thing that happened last night, but Josh wants to talk about Clint Kubiak. Josh?
How's it going, Joe?
Yo.
First and foremost, I saw on Instagram Modern Butcher's supposed to be on Chronicle either tonight or tomorrow night.
I did. They were wearing a Kowloon t-shirt, too.
Oh, man. I believe they can't officially announce the signing until his season is over, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so he has to wait till his season's over to accept the job?
I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, that's my understanding of what the rule is.
I feel like that's not true. Well, I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. Was Kyle Shanahan the 49ers coach when maybe it has to be official after? I don't know. Now you got me looking into rules.
It's always a fun rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah. All right, dude. Appreciate you, man. All right. Well, we got to go to break. There was a goalie fight last night, and I'm going to tell you, didn't go the way everyone wanted it to. We'll do that next on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports. I just need a little bit of a Patriots breather, but I watched this thing last night. I thought at first it was kind of a joke. Like, there was hockey outside in Tampa Bay. The weather was 41 degrees. They're kind of making a joke out of it. John Cooper walks in as Tony Montana, right? Did you see that get up, Skez? Tony Montana out there. I'm the coach of the Tampa, I wanted to eat a Cubano. Watching that. I wonder if they were serving them. Anyways, so they score 11 seconds in, right? And I'm like, wow, that was fast. And the Bruins come back, score. So, full transparency, I thought everything about last night was pretty good. I watched the outdoor game. I was fascinated by it. They had me. They hooked me. I was in. Now, I don't want to crap on Jeremy Swayman, but you know it's going to happen, right? I think Swayman's been better this year. His play overall has been really good. I'm going to say that. But he tried. He tried to fight. And this is one thing that I would say. Who would have thought that Vasilevsky had a left-handed hook shot? The old southpaw came at you. And he got him. I give Swayman credit for trying. I would give the win to Vasilevsky. If I was going to call the fight, I'd say Vasilevsky won. I know there's going to be people who say, oh, Swayman's soft. He couldn't fight. Oh, he should have known he was a lefty. Yeah, I agree with you all. I like the fact that during that game, which ended up turning into an exhibition because the refs took over. And I'm not a blame the refs guy. Or am I? I don't know. But last night, it felt as though power play after power play after power play where the Bruins gave up a goal after goal after goal. It started to feel like an exhibition. But you would think when the goalies get at it and you have a 5-1 lead, you would think the team could hold on to win. And they couldn't. So, the Swayman fight, fail. Swayman fighting, lose. Bruins, lose in a shootout. David Pastrnak hits the post. It all went downhill after that fight. It sparked Tampa Bay. It didn't spark the Bruins. So, although they got a point, you lost the fight. And you lost the war. Overall, it was great. It's the best outdoor game I've ever seen in my life. Matty Patra, my guy, scored a goal. It's beautiful. Lindholm's hurt now. Elias Lindholm again. They just keep missing centers. I don't know how it keeps happening. But overall, the Bees, it was good last night. It was fun to watch. I was entertained. Did Felger talk about this today? David Pastrnak missing a shootout goal. I feel like that would have been prime agenda grinding. And everyone's just looking at me because I didn't hear it. I also Dawson has confirmed that the team does have to finish their season before taking the job. So thank you, Dawson. That's what an intern is all about. Finding the information that we don't have the time to. Anyways. All right. We're waiting on Mike Vrabel, everybody. He's going to talk at the podium. Who knows what he says. I bought 5 Drake May cards over the weekend. Skaz, should I, you know how that caller called about hedging his bets? Would you keep the Drake May cards for now, or would you get rid of them or hold on to them in case he wins the Super Bowl?
I mean, Super Bowl MVP's got to boost that value, right, Joe?
Oh, yeah, baby. So is it worth hanging on?
I think he's young enough that it's worth hanging on.
I got a big red Pandora prism that's
burning a hole in your pocket.
It's not burning a hole. It's valued. People want it. There's a downtown that I have. I posted it. Not sure if you know what a downtown is, but I saw one sell yesterday for $5,500.
Pretty good.
What happens if Drake May loses the Super Bowl? Does it go down? I mean, all those Jaden Daniels cards I have. How many Wemby cards I saw yesterday? Did you watch Cooper Flagg over the weekend, by the way? Holy smokes, he's nasty.
He'll be here soon. Well, the Celtics will be playing him soon, I should say.
Did you know that Street Team Joe's going to Houston?
On his way. He's going to Houston.
Well,
4 a.m.
He's here, but he's on his way.
He's on his way. Bright and early.
Would you ever fly to Houston to watch a basketball game?
Just to watch a basketball game? No.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
He's got family down there,
Oh,
though.
he does?
So, yeah. I asked the same question.
Oh.
What are you doing? But he explained. He said, "Hey, what are you guys, not green teamers or something?"
Well, I'm not. He is.
Yeah, I'm not a planes guy, really. So it takes a lot for me to get on a flight. It has to be basically out of necessity.
Now I have people asking me about Joe risky selling before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Joe. What if he wins the MVP and then wins another one next year?
Well, maybe I learned this from Bill Belichick. Maybe it's something I need to get out of my system. But Bill always taught me to get rid of something, a little too early than it is too late.
Yeah, he was never wrong when it came to that either, right? Especially at the quarterback position. And Chandler Jones, Richard Seymour, Adam Vinatieri,
Deion Branch.
Deion
Branch went to Seattle. Remember, he was pretty good there. Malcolm Butler?
Yeah, didn't really do much after the Patriots.
Well, he went to the Titans and was a Pro Bowler.
I mean, he was fine.
Logan Ryan?
Yeah, fine player.
Adam Vinatieri?
Yep.
He's going to the potential Hall of Fame?
Potential. Also Bill Belichick, potential Hall of Famer.
I was going to save this for Musings, but we're waiting for Mike Vrabel. Jordan is going to host a party for Bill the same night as the finalists of the Hall of Fame get announced.
No, to be a fly on the wall at that party, Joe. You think they got good apps over there?
The best app at any party is a bacon wrap scallop.
You think Jordan's got those on the ready?
She better. I'm not going if she doesn't. I want a charcuterie board like you can't believe. I'm talking all the finest meats and cheeses in the kingdom, right? What else do you want? You do you like a tuna tartare? Is that you? I feel like you're a tuna.
No.
See, I don't like that on that. No, me either. What about
crackers and cheese?
What about a stuffed mushroom?
Yeah, stuffed mushroom's fine. I'm in on that. Yeah,
I'm in on that. Like a happy. I want a good happy hour hors d'oeuvre. But if we were doing top 5, Joe, back there, bacon wrapped scallops, number 1, baby. What about like a nice little meatball? Just like meatballs in a little glass? Give me those. I'm going to start thinking of my top 5 hors d'oeuvres. Maybe a little steak and cheese, and a little like egg roll. Down. You don't like steak and cheeses and an egg roll? All right, thank you. All right. Well, anyways, go look at my Twitter. I have a bunch of cards. They're all Drake Mays. He's going to be really big someday, from what I heard. All right, we'll hit the headline here. We're waiting on Mike Vrabel, who will be speaking at the podium. They're showing something, and I'm looking at the NBC feed, and it's just a table of helmets. Can we get any swag? How do we get swag? Who's listening from the Patriots? Skaz, Street Team Joe, and Dawson. We want Super Bowl swag, and the biggest that you have, please. We'll hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub. All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Big game preview is at 6 o'clock. We talked to Alex Barth earlier. We talked to Hardy. He gave us some prop bets. I'm already looking at some. The New York Post is all over Ann Michael May showing off her abs. I don't know why they need to do that, but she is ripped. I didn't realize it. So, Bakemas, good for her. And him. Most missed tackles forced the last 4 seasons, including the playoffs. Kenneth Walker, Skaz, 284. The Patriots miss a lot of tackles. Don't you agree? You know who the biggest culprit is? Is it Christian Willis? What's his name? Ellis. That guy misses a lot of tackles. I like him. He's an athlete. But can he tackle? That's something to key in on. I think he played more because Landry was out. I'm curious if Harold Landry's back this week. I wonder what that injury was. Hopefully it's not the last time we've seen him this year. But you mentioned Kenneth Walker to me. I always liked Walker, but I do think around the goal line they went away from him. And Charbonnet was the guy. Charbonnet was a great player at UCLA. Really big back. Really found a niche in that offense. And when they went into the red zone, they always went to Charbonnet. And now they don't have that. Their backup running back is somebody named George Holani. Do you know anything about George Holani?
Nope.
He went to Boise State. So he must have been the backup to Ashton Genty, huh? I guess that would make him okay then if he was the backup. I have no clue or anything about George Holani, but they only carry 2 running backs. And they do carry a fullback. So I'm curious if Kenneth Walker is out of the game, how do they run the football? That would be very interesting to know. Chad Graff is down at the, I'm looking at him from The Athletic. He is on the grounds, and it is packed surrounding the podium for Drake May right now. Duh! Oh, everyone's got their backpacks on. I don't know. You want me to share this photo with you, Scott? I'm going to put it in our slideshow. Look at all the backpacks, people. When I went to the Pats game, I was out on bringing a backpack. They allow you to bring backpacks. I just don't want to bring one. Look at all those backpacks.
Not a backpack guy, Jay.
No, I have 2
guy.
bags.
Yeah.
I have a backpack and a bag. I brought a Market Basket bag
I'm
today.
a backpack guy.
I'm a backpack guy, too, but are you going to wear a backpack at the meet at this? Look at all those backpacks.
I mean, Joe, these are big J journalists. They got their laptops, they bring microphones, all that. You got to carry that stuff around. Tools of the trade. I'm sure Barth's got a microphone down there.
Oh, one time I was on the train and a guy had a backpack and he with me, he hit me with it. And I said, "Hey, dude, you hit me with your backpack," and he looked at me like I was crazy. But no, you know what? Out on backpacks on the train.
How do you want these people to get to work, Joe?
If you're standing up, you can't have a backpack on you. You got to put it down on the ground because it takes up the space.
Should it be in your lap if you're sitting?
It should be in between your legs. Kind of like if you were flying, you would put it right, down.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of backpacks there. I just wanted to.
Etiquette with Joe Murray. I like it.
Well, there should. You know what? I don't want someone's backpack bumping into me. It's happened to me before. All right, what do I have on the rundown here for 8 o'clock? Let's see what we have. I want to stay on track tonight, guys. Oh, wide receivers versus defensive backs was what I had. As we're waiting for Mike Vrabel. This is the offense for the Seattle Seahawks. You all know him. It's Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, who can play inside, outside, and do whatever you want. He's great. He's really, really good. Their other receiver is Rashid Shaheed. He came over in a trade this year. He's a big play guy. Can do a little bit on special teams as well. The Patriots saw him this year. He had big plays when he played for the Saints. Their other wide receiver that they have is Cooper Kupp, someone that the Patriots, or at least I know that Patriots fans were interested in this year. But between JSN, Shaheed, and Cooper Kupp, they do mix in another receiver who's a local guy from North Andover. His name is Jake Bobo. Now, I would say that Jake Bobo is more of an outside receiver than your typical slot. I think Cooper Kupp can play inside and outside, but probably will be featured more as the slot. So I don't know exactly what their main offense is. What I do know is they go big. And when I say go big, they try to go 12 personnel with Saubert. If you know him, he's the backup tight end. Well, anyways, we can get back to this. Mike Vrabel speaking at the podium right now for Media Night. Let's hear from the coach.
To watch us. And I always said that the better that we played and the type of football that we played, they would enjoy and embrace, and they have. And again, you could see the impact that they made in the playoffs. So can't thank them enough for what they did to send us off with that type of energy on Sunday. You could barely hear him back there. I think obviously Mac, anybody that goes out there with no shoes on and yells Warriors and let your dogs out, probably has the best speech.
Player with New England, all the different coaches and mentors you got to be around, anybody or anything specific that you've taken from that time that you've used or that you've leaned on this year with your group in your first year?
From all my different stops, there's a lot of stops, and everybody has a journey to this league, and my journey has included a lot of different places. And again, I've always said this, that thankful to get my start in the NFL with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, with Bill Cowher, the Rudy family, to be able to come to New England, to be a player here with Bill and Mr. Kraft, and even the time I spent in Kansas City, then the opportunities to coach at Ohio State. So but then again, you have to make it your own style. So there's things each and every week that I'll draw on. They'll draw on things that we did in Tennessee that we liked or that I thought maybe resonated with the players. So constantly trying to draw on things to help us.
Right now, but since you've come to California, have you had an opportunity at a meal, talking with some coaches, friends, just to kind of soak in the moment of where you're at right now?
Well, we're early in the week, and I'm sure we'll have a dinner tonight and take the coaches out tomorrow, and give the players some time off tomorrow. Come back in on Wednesday, try to get to our normal routine, normal week, and then see where that leads us at the end of the week. Go ahead. I know you had a question.
Today in Mexican TV, do you remember this picture?
I think so.
It was in the game against the Texans.
Yes.
In playoffs.
Yes, right outside of our tunnel, right outside. I walked up the stairs.
Barrio in Mexico, this kid, they have a Club America jersey. This is the most successful team in Mexican soccer league. So
is it not Mexican football?
No, Mexican soccer.
Okay, good.
Mexican
because everybody
soccer.
else calls it football.
Football in Mexico.
There you go.
And we have this jersey, the same one for you.
Wow, thank you.
Lucky charm for the Super Bowl. They conquered the three-peat just a year ago, so that's for you, Coach.
Thank you.
Any message for Club America, for the kids and your Mexican fan base down in Mexico?
We appreciate your support. Thank you for helping us grow the game, and continue to come visit us in the States. Watch us play. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pro Football Hall of Fame, so you're right up the road from us. Akron Buchtel guy, myself. So
Coach Flossie,
right?
Great program at Akron Buchtel.
Yeah, great program.
Ricky Powers.
Man. So, quick question. A lot of great coaches in the Hall of Fame. Paul Brown, George Halas, Vince Lombardi. You have an opportunity to line up sideline to sideline against a Hall of Fame football coach. Who would be that dream matchup for you?
Man, that is an interesting question. Probably Paul Brown. I think just having been in that stadium and growing up in that region, and reading some of his early thoughts on training camp and the way that he structured things, and brought the guys in early, and we're going to train and we're going to condition. And, those are a lot of things that still resonate today that we still do that were incorporated back then.
Your mom and dad are so important to you, and I've read about the support they provided you as you grew up. Can you just speak for a moment about the importance of your mom and dad and what they taught you?
Well, we all have different experiences, and I'm lucky to come from a great family. And I was an only child, so that means I was spoiled. But I always say that my dad taught me the value of toughness and hard work, and most importantly, the importance of being a part of a team and how strong that can be. So I appreciate my upbringing. I appreciate the support. Well, we've talked about this entire season, and especially in the playoffs, is being able to embrace the preparation, embrace the hard work that it takes that goes into this, but also to be able to enjoy everything that comes along with this. And we have to enjoy moments like this. We have to enjoy the execution. We have to enjoy our families when they get out there, but we also have to be able to embrace the preparation.
Is there one unexpected strength from the season, be it a player or a coach, that you feel has not gotten enough spotlight this season in terms of the national media coverage?
I'm very grateful for all our players and our coaches and our staff. I don't follow, I guess, enough national media to understand who may or may not be recognized, but I know that I appreciate them every chance I get, the football team, the players and staff. Everybody that's helped us build this thing on the field and off the field.
Who's your favorite player growing up?
I was a Cowboys and I was a Browns fan first and a Cowboys fan. So I probably Bernie Kosar. I threw the ball sidearm because of Bernie. Kevin Mack, Michael Dean Perry, these guys. Clay Matthews, Frank Minifield, Hanford Dixon, those great Browns teams. And the best game I was a part of, hopefully it's Sunday.
You and Mike McDonald have both been lauded for the ways that you have built these teams this year. Can you kind of just talk on the way that you've seen Mike McDonald and his team?
Well, they've done a fantastic job. Not only are they talented, but they have an identity. They have a play style that I appreciate in all three phases. This will be a great identity matchup for us. This will be an identity war on the biggest stage. They play hard. Their defense runs to the football. They cause a lot of turnovers. You see they're committed to running the football. It's a physical football team. So. Mike has done a fantastic job. John's done a fantastic job putting that roster together. This will be a huge challenge.
Congratulations. Is this a must-win game?
A must-win? Yeah, I think every time we go out, it is a must-win game. I mean, it's kind of the attitude that I've always taken in the National Football League.
The last couple weeks with the weather, could you sense a little bit of an excitement, like a sigh of relief when you guys get out on the practice field today? T-shirts, shorts, feels like it's September again back home.
Yeah, I mean, I think again it was good to get out here. The players appreciated being out on the field together. There was a good speed, there was a good energy, beautiful facility. To be able to practice at Stanford. So appreciate everything that they've done to give us a first-class facility to practice at.
A guy like Robert Spillane, who you've coached on multiple teams, how important is he in a game like this?
Well, he just cares a lot about the team. He will do anything for the football team. He plays extremely hard. He's a communicator. And he's, again, when you talk about middle linebackers, these guys, coordinate the defense. They run the defense. They communicate. They tie in the back end with the defensive line. So, Robert and all of those guys, and Christian, and could go all the way down the list. But, I think Robert cares deeply about this football team, and he'll do anything that he has to help us win.
Coach, who's in charge of nicknames now? We went from the GOAT to Drake, May.
I just call him Drake. I don't know who is in charge of the nicknames. I got plenty of nicknames for guys, but I feel like I just call him Drake. He answers to that.
Team during the halftime show, but is there any Bad Bunny song that you're looking forward to hearing?
I couldn't tell you. I'll have to brush up here before Sunday.
Belichick, what do you think of the Hall of Fame stuff?
I'm confident that Bill will get in. I don't know the process. I know that everybody's talking about the process and however the vote needs to go. I know that Bill is a Hall of Fame coach, whether he's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year or next year or the year after that. He's a Hall of Fame football coach.
2023 being fired at the Titans, now to be in the Super Bowl. Can you speak to the redemption, the resilience of coming from the Titans, and is karma real?
There's no redemption. I really enjoyed my time in Tennessee. Still have a home there. We'll go back. So I enjoyed my time there. I enjoyed the players that I got to coach and the people that helped us win. Karma, I think, again, if you do what's right at the right times, I don't know if that's karma or not, but if you just keep doing the right thing and put yourself in the opportunity, then luck usually finds you.
Really? 5 of these players on the podiums tonight are players you added to your roster this season, 5 or more even. How are you so effective in quote unquote rebuilding this team?
I think when you look at free agency, you have to get the right people. They have to be talented, but you have to get the right people that they're made of the right stuff, that their bones are good, that they come from, the right stuff. And that's the challenge that you wage in free agency sometimes. And we were very, I think, intentional about the people that we wanted and the type of people that we wanted to bring in and make commitments to. And then we added, guys from the draft. We added, really good guys in the draft, and then guys that were left over. So they committed to becoming a team early on, and then that process still is happening right now.
Thank you, Drake. How did you think that Drake moved the football today at practice?
I thought that we had a good third down day. I thought that the ball came out good. I thought it was a crisp practice for Drake and for everybody else.
Them to be limited tomorrow?
I'm sorry?
Do you expect Drake to be limited in practice, like a fuller practice tomorrow?
Well, the players won't practice tomorrow, so I guess if we have to release an injury report, we'll do that at the time. We practice today. We're going to have Tuesday off like we normally do, and then come back on Wednesday.
What's the key to attacking? What advice do you have for Robert Saleh as he heads into the job with Tennessee?
Robert will do a good job. He's a good football coach. Got a lot of energy, and there's a lot of good people there. And I know that Robert will do a good job. The same keys there all the time. I think we'll have to take care of the football. We'll have to, make sure that we're really good situationally. Third down, red zone, all those things that Super Bowls are usually won on. And whether that's at the end of the half or the end of the game. Making a field goal to get into overtime and scoring a touchdown, or being able to stop them in 2 minutes, like the Rams did against the Bengals, or all these. Other than last year, all these other games have been pretty close.
Little things add up to the big things.
Yeah, absolutely.
What impresses you the most about Mike McDonald's defense and the two high shell?
Well, it's not exclusively split safety, but again, they'll disguise from it. They stop the run. They play hard. They match, deep routes. They don't give up a lot of explosive plays, and they tackle. There's a really good tackling football team. They don't miss many tackles.
You obviously have an extensive history in playing in this game yourself, and you also score touchdowns as a defensive player. First of all, did you have defensive guys asking for the ball in the game? And second of all, what did you guys give the guys for experience for this game, how to prepare and stuff like that?
Yeah, everybody wants to score a touchdown. I don't know how many of them will, but all the defensive guys probably want to score touchdowns. Just continue to share my own experiences from coaches on the staff that have been here. There's other players that have been here. So, I think that all builds up towards the end of the week on things that we can focus on that may be a little different with this football game, about the warm-up time before the game, the length of halftime, all these things that are going to be a little bit different. We can try to draw on everybody's experiences.
You mentioned the scheduling aspect being a big factor. You've been here for a while. How have those different experiences, you coming into here as a player and now as
all right, I think that's enough. I've had enough. Great. Yay. I did hear Bedard sneak in there, though, the injury report. They don't practice tomorrow, guys, so, I can
I thought Bedard said that was all fake when they had him on last week. I thought he said the injury, was nothing. He didn't even want to talk about it, didn't want to discuss it. Now he's asking the question right away to Vrabel? What's going on with that?
I don't know, guys. Where are you going with that?
I'm just asking questions, Joe, right? It was fake last week. Now we're wondering about the injury report. You got to pick one.
What do you think he thinks now?
I think he thinks he's trying to find a story, Joe. That's what I think.
So
you got to write something. We got another week to go.
No story last week.
Well, that's what some were saying.
So this happened before in my lifetime. So because I think Felger did this in 2001.
2001.
So, yeah, let's go. So there wasn't a collapsed lung, and then there was a collapsed lung. So which one was it? Well, I think we found out it was a collapsed lung, but Felger that was Felger, dude. Back in when Bledsoe went down, Felger basically was like, so there wasn't a collapsed lung? And then we found out there was a collapsed lung. So is there no shoulder injury or is there? Because last week, nothing to see here. I'm going home. Now you're all the way there. And you can't get the answer because they don't practice and they're going to put him on there with a shoulder. So is it or isn't it? I'm just backing up what Skaz said.
just calling it how I see it, Joe.
So there was no shoulder injury.
That's what I was told last Tuesday.
Then they put him on the injury report.
Nothing to worry about.
Then the guy's never missed a practice all year long, misses a practice on Friday. They fly out, he talks. They don't practice tomorrow. And he's still on there? So isn't he hurt or not?
Sounds like a story. Sounds like something. I wouldn't say it sounds like nothing, which is what some were saying, Joe.
Well, listen, we're a little late because of that. But this headline would have been brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. February is here. Don't say I tried. Say I'm doing. Change course and choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. We should break, guys. Let's bundle all those up. We'll react. I think Drake May spoke. And, we got to play this because the architect of the Patriots spoke.
Oh, boy.
His name's Elliot Wolf, the architect. And Street Team Joe, I have to share something that happened off the air. I'll share it with you next. But we had a miracle happen over the weekend. We'll tell you what that is coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
among others. Thinking back now, first of all, did you ever come close to anything? And how important was that moment, the drafting of Drake May, to getting you guys here?
Yeah, I mean, no, we weren't close to trading. We knew what we felt like we knew what Drake could be, and obviously, here we are. So maybe the timeline's a little bit faster than some people thought, but from day one, he's put his head down and worked, and he's a tremendous competitor and teammate, and obviously the improvement has shown this year on the field.
Team Elliott Wolf, everybody. He was the guy who drafted Drake May. Elliott Wolf, big decision. Drake May's there. What are you going to do? The Giants are offering a first-round pick next year? Nope. He's going to draft Drake May. Didn't think it would happen this fast, he says, but he did it. And I can't think of bigger crap that I've heard today. I've heard who your heroes are. I heard what Bad Bunny song do you like. I've heard all that. Elliott Wolf, you fell into Drake May, and you had no decision-making in that whatsoever. The Crafts wanted the quarterback, and you had nothing to do with it. I know this for a fact that me and Elliott Wolf made eye contact at the Pats game. He didn't want to talk to me. I wouldn't want to talk to me either. At least I didn't hurt Drake's shoulder. We did bump into each other, but I know I didn't do that. Elliott Wolf taking credit for drafting Drake May. It's like the equivalent of Matt Patricia and everybody taking I created the best play in Super Bowl history. Am I too hard on him right now, Scott?
Who takes credit for Tom Brady?
It's definitely Belichick.
He didn't draft him, though.
There he did.
No, he didn't.
Bill Belichick drafted Tom Brady.
He was there, but he didn't draft Tom Brady.
He did. Yeah, read the book. Yeah.
I've read it.
Oh, yeah,
and Bill Belichick was there, but it was not his decision.
Dick Rabine was big on Belichick.
On Brady.
On Brady. And Dick Rabine went to
So we'll
Belichick.
give Bill credit for the 6th-round pick, but Elliott Wolf can't get it for the 1st-round pick.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily his decision. I think the Crafts made the decision. The thing on the 6th-round pick was Tim Rattay was there. When he came off the board, Belichick said, Brady's too good. We have to take him. Belichick was the one who said it.
No, I mean, it looks good now. It's a good story.
He did. He drafted him 199.
It's a good story. Yeah.
Wait a second. Are you telling me you're not giving Bill Belichick credit? It's history.
Oh, it's in his book. Oh,
not his book, other books.
No,
Michael Hawley's book.
Everything I've ever read was Bill was a co-signer, but it was not his sole idea.
Dick Rabine was the biggest supporter for Tom Brady.
Okay, so he gets the credit.
No, he's the one who went to Belichick and said, hey, look at this kid.
So he gets the
and when
credit.
Tim Rattay got drafted, basically Belichick was like, this guy's too good to be here in the 6th round, and Belichick drafted him. No.
I don't give him credit for that. Congrats on hitting your lottery ticket, but you don't get credit for that. He gets credit for the development.
He found Tom Brady.
He gets credit for the development of Tom Brady. He doesn't get credit for drafting him. Well, no shot.
He was the GM of the team.
Does he get to buy the groceries too, Joe?
He did back then. He did.
Okay. That was a problem for some people.
I mean, did Bill Parcells not draft Drew Bledsoe?
Yeah, a guy was so good he got replaced by a 6th-rounder. Hell of a draft pick.
No, but he brought him to a Super Bowl, dude.
How'd they do in that Super Bowl?
Well,
was Bill Parcells heavily invested in that Super Bowl? I'm just asking.
It was Drew Bledsoe.
Well, there's another one.
All right, guys. Elliott Wolf's the architect of the team.
Joe, I'm just trying to read the tea leaves. That's what they want us to believe.
I wasn't expecting it to go here. So, okay, Elliott Wolf found Drake May.
Well, he didn't find him, Joe, but he drafted him.
Okay.
He's the GM of the team, right? That was your argument for Bill?
How are all those other draft picks going?
I don't think they're here. Javon Baker? Was it Caden Wallace?
He's still here.
He's hanging around.
He's the only one. But there was only one, right? Elliot Wolf sitting up there. I'm the architect of the Patriots. 1 draft pick is still here. 2. Oh, Skaz.
Yeah, you got to ruffle the feathers every once in a while, Joe.
Bill Belichick didn't draft Tom Brady.
He developed him. He didn't draft him.
Oh, my God. We get the musings I want to do, but it sounds like Drake May spoke. I don't know.
Did.
Is this in English or Spanish?
He did.
I don't know.
He did have some.
We put intern Dawson on the case here. What do we find?
The only video Dawson was able to find was in Spanish. That is correct,
Let's
Joe.
find out.
But he's made some comments. Nothing groundbreaking.
Can we hear it?
Give me 1 second.
Yes, Drake May has spoken, everybody. He's talking about his shoulder. We have not found anything to play. I don't know why nobody wanted to get that video or audio for us to play for you.
Drake, how are you feeling? Because you missed practice on Friday with the illness. You feeling good?
Great. Yeah, feel good. I was out there today. You'll get an extra day of work for practice this day. And then from there, I'm looking forward to getting back out there the next 2 places.
Drake.
Groundbreaking.
Okay, cool. And Street Team Joe also sent this. I threw a bit today. I threw as much as I would in practice. It felt great. I feel good. I'll be just fine. So, nothing to see here. What's this? I spoke to Ben Volen earlier today. Local Boston reporter Ben Volen got into it with Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Would you like to hear the audio, Joe?
Well,
Patriots.
Yes.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Seeing the Seahawks and Patriots up here, I'm really tempted to ask you another Deflategate question, but we'll move on here. I believe you're on the board at the Hall of Fame. There's a report that Bill Belichick didn't get in this year. He didn't get induction. Curious your thoughts on Belichick not making the Hall of Fame. And a lot of the voters that have spoken out have cited Spygate. Do you feel, since you were the one who handed down the punishment, any responsibility on your part for Bill not getting in this time?
Well, Ben, your question may be a little misleading for everybody. Okay, so the Pro Football Hall of Fame is not in any way controlled by the NFL. We have no say in the voting process. We don't participate in the voting process. I think you know this, but I want to make sure that the question doesn't lead people to that conclusion. I think it's really an important honor, and it's something that should be done with a lot of clarity, a lot of understanding of what's expected of those voters. I'm not even sure I'm aware of it. I've never been part of that process. Our board does nothing more in the voting other than to approve the leaders of the media that participate in that. And it's a single vote. It's just, will you approve this panel of selectors? So we are not involved in it. Listen, Bill Belichick's record goes without saying. Same with the Patriots and Robert Kraft, who's also a candidate. They are spectacular. They've contributed so much to this game, and I believe they'll be Hall of Famers.
Was that headline misleading? Did they get into it?
Into it, no, certainly not. But I did like how Roger was like, that's a misleading question. Who would have ever seen that coming from Ben Volen?
Well, I did talk to Ben Volen today. If you want to go to Nesson, you can go check that out.
I'm sure that was tremendous.
Well, the one thing he did say, if we have a chance to get Ben Volen on, I'm going to do it because some people like him and some people don't. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, for those that are wondering, why'd you have him on? Because he might say something that's worth showing. What he said to me was, the Patriots are behind the 8 ball because of their practice last week.
Well, Ben, your question may be a little misleading for everyone.
So now the commissioner of the league thinks he's misleading.
It's tough to be in a one-on-one situation with Roger Goodell and look like the bigger tool.
Oh!
That's tough to do. When Roger Goodell says misleading question and then says, well, I think you already know the answer to this, but just in case you don't.
Hey, Joe, do you feel like Skaz is a little snippy tonight? Not towards me or anything. He's being snippy.
You call it snippy, I call it entertaining.
No, I love it. No, it's entertaining. I love it. What I was going to say is there a reason why Skaz might be a little snippy tonight? Because does he have to stay late for the emergency alert system tonight?
Yeah, that could be part of it, Joe. A little less sleep tonight. I'll be in the building until a little after midnight.
Well, what was funny was I had my television on earlier this morning at 10:38, and when they went to break, I heard the and I went, "Oh, it's the EAS." Oh, poor Skaz. I thought you had to stay till 11. No, you have to stay till midnight.
Past midnight, yes.
Oh, past
probably
midnight.
12:20 if I had to guess.
So I was wondering why you're being snippy. I like the entertainment part of it.
Every once in a while, everyone needs a good heel turn.
No, I like the heel turn. I just to say that between the two of Goodell, it's great.
Talk about a nightmare blunt rotation there, Joe.
Oh, it's a bad one.
That's a bad one.
Not somebody I want to pass it to the right side, not the left-hand side. All right, I got a Musings coming up here, but the Flakegate, huh? and what I just feel like Michael Hurley right there. The Flakegate, huh? Who I saw was writing for the Boston Sports Journal now.
Hey, good for Hurley.
I've had him on. We've me and him have always been cool. I just sometimes there's enemy grounds and stuff and sides and source wars,
Joe, you did tease a story about Street Team Joe.
Let's do it in Musings.
Okay, because now my interest is piqued.
We'll do it next here on 98.5 The Sports.
Don't go anywhere.
You want a random take? Murray's got all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
Murray's Musings. We haven't done one in a while. We haven't had many full shows in a while, so I got to take a breather because everyone's talking at Media Day. So we'll let the guys do their work back there, and I'll just kind of riff for a little bit. Street Team Joe, I thought was going to be with us last Friday. He was not. He called in twice, actually. And I told him that I had a bag of Funyuns for him. And he goes, well, save them for me. I'll be there on Monday, Joe. And I said, there's no chance that those are going to last for the weekend. But somehow, I held off within.
You forgot about them?
Left them in my bag. And then today, when I was coming into the station, I saw them, and I went, oh, Street Team Joe. And so Dawson came in because he wanted to do a social. And we agreed on our socials. And I said, give these to Street Team Joe. And when he saw them, he was the happiest I've seen him all day.
He did like the Elaine dance almost. He was
kind of
kicking his
did.
feet, throwing his hands in the air.
He was happy. So I do these trade days, Skaz. I do a lot of card shows, but this is where I come out to a shop and I bring my cards and people, it's basically a meet and greet.
There was one this past weekend, I heard.
That's right. I was at Duke's Collectibles in Shrewsbury across from Hooters.
Classic.
A couple of people said they were going to bring me some naked wings and they didn't. But I said, why would you tell me you were going to if you didn't?
That's a tease.
Is that
misleading?
It's kind of messed up. Now, they were nice people. Joe, we love you, man. Hey, thanks, dude. Where's my wings? So anyways, Street Team Joe arrived. Walking around, got a chance to meet Ryan and the crew. And all of a sudden, like, Joe has just got this thing in his hand.
Pardon me?
He's got this memorabilia item in his hand.
How would you describe it?
I would... like a cone.
A cone?
Yes, like an orange cone. For those who watch football games in the end zone, there are these things they call them pylons. Joe bought a pylon autographed by Steve Grogan for his dad. Now, there are many things that I could think of giving somebody as a piece of merchandise, you know, whether it's a graded card, a signed jersey, a signed portrait, a helmet potentially signed, right? A baseball bat signed. Joe, he went above and beyond everybody. He got a Steve Grogan signed pylon for his dad. Happy birthday, Mr. Ariano. What was your dad's reaction? Do we know about that? I see thumbs up.
There was some confusion over what he should do, the presentation of the pylon, but he was very appreciative.
Did you wrap it? Yeah, you get in front of the mic, will you?
Yeah,
get in there, Joe. Just come in.
Yeah,
come
Joe, get in the
Come
studio.
in. So, anyways, I really appreciate you, Joe, coming because it was like, you know, a meet and greet. Many people showed up. I met a lot of people from Central Massachusetts. I met people from Grafton Hill. I should shout them out. That's in Worcester. There were some mystery boxes, Joe Murray mystery boxes. And let me tell you, Tony from Worcester, he crushed an Alex Ovechkin rookie card. He got a Mookie Betts rookie card. He hit a triple patch Ortiz, Manny, Devers autographed triple patch. So he hit big time. So shout out Tony from Grafton Hill in Worcester, who did very well for himself. But Street Team Joe, he got a pylon. Now put your mic on, Joe. Do you know how to do this? Hi.
I got a pylon for my dad's birthday. Steve Grogan sign. PSA authenticated.
That's right.
And he loved it. It was the classic, like, oh, I love it, but like, what do I do with it? Like, he doesn't.
You display it.
Yeah. So, but he's a little confused on where to display it.
Well, I don't know. Shelf?
It's heavier
Floor?
than you would think, and it's a little more, how do I put it, unaesthetically pleasing.
Well, doesn't it look like it could just fall right over, like on the sideline?
Yeah, it doesn't look like the most stable thing in the world.
and it's like a little too tall to like blend in with his other stuff. So he's appreciative. He's like, this is a one-on-one rare thing.
It is.
I could just tell he was like, well, now what?
So this is what I would do. I would Google people who have pylons and like what their displays look like.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of wrestling displays, so I look up other people's wrestling displays to keep mine in line.
What's your coolest wrestling artifact that you have?
Signed Undertaker, signed Ric Flair.
Yeah, you got a
I
lot
have
of good
every
stuff.
single Hasbro figure from 1989 to 2000 to in a shelf, detail shelves at Joey Hasbro for those that want to see it.
Yeah, the Duke's Collectibles was a great store.
Cool. Did you see all the jerseys he had?
Skaz, I couldn't even. I went in to say hi to my friend Joe. He was booked out. There was a line. I couldn't even get to him.
He's a popular man.
I was coming in to say a quick hi, be like, "Hey, what up, Joe?" You know, he was.
I gave you your time.
No, you gave me. Yeah, you're like, "Hey, bro, we'll book appointments. You have an hour 10."
Actually, Joe did take some photos for me.
I did take. We got a couple videos.
We did get a video.
Yeah, we have a huge fan who lives right next to Napoli's, who was able to recall the time that was like even before that was like one of my first times on with you guys.
When Joe came in, Joe brought us
chicken parms,
and then some guy literally asked us the question about it.
So you know he's listening every night on that YouTube. That's a good fan.
That's we call them P1s.
P1s. Why P1?
I guess that's what they call people who listen.
Yeah, day one. Yeah.
So it was a good day. I had fun.
It was a good day.
I had fun. I've been trying to. The other thing I wanted to mention was Dawson is our new intern.
Dawson's doing great.
Put his microphone on too. Why not? This is your first time talking on the air, Dawson. I saw your buddy Josh Barber today. I saw Josh. I mentioned you.
Where'd you see him?
At Nesson.
Oh, awesome. Just started there, right? This week?
He's an intern there now. We're gonna have him be a gopher there too.
That's awesome.
So Dawson's dad brought in. Dawson lives on the North Shore in Swampscott. I used to live in Swampscott. So he today brought in. Well, your dad said, "Hey, give these to the guys." Right? What did he ask you to bring in?
He asked me to bring in 4 beefs from Liberty Bell in Melrose is what he brought in.
North Shore roast beefs are here, Joe.
Did Dawson tell you the mix-up?
Well, I don't know.
I had already brought in Carl's.
Oh, you already ate?
But for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you've already had a steak and cheese?
Well, it was the chicken.
Is that why you were fading earlier?
The chicken cutlet sub.
How was the chicken cutlet?
It was it's way better than their steak
I've heard that the chicken cutlet is great. So, just real quick. So, Dawson, there's how many left right now of beef?
We got 3 left in the bag.
So, you haven't ate your beef yet?
No, I did.
You ate your beef?
Show. Yeah.
You have not ate your beef yet, Joe.
I was going to gift it to you or Skaz.
No. I'm going to get my beef.
No, but you don't want 2 beefs? I'm going to eat it
whether it's now or later.
You don't want 2 beefs?
No, I think, dude, he brought beef from the North Shore. You should eat one.
Can I
now,
say
Skaz,
something?
are you going to eat one? Or is it because there's cheese on it?
I've already put one in the fridge. I haven't looked at the cheese on it yet, but if there's a way I can work around it, I'll work around it.
We got to eat the beefs.
Oh, of course. It's a very nice gesture from Mr. DeBerry. We're very appreciative.
What's your last? DeBerry?
DeBerry. Yep.
Now, we've had other interns whose moms have made us baked goods.
Sometimes.
Luke's goods were not homemade. Those came from a store.
Well, no, his mom made
at least the last time.
The last batch were store-bought. He lied. He told us afterwards.
Okay, well, I ate them anyways. I just want to shout out your dad. What's his name?
Dave
DeBerry of Swampscott, Massachusetts, had his son go to Liberty Bell in Melrose, which is not near there.
No. He brought it to
the house.
To the building.
He brought it here?
Yeah, he brought it to the building.
Wait, Mr. DeBerry. You met Mr. DeBerry?
Well,
How come I didn't meet Mr. D?
Passing, I was like, hey.
Need to get him in studio. Give him a tour.
So get the DeBerry.
He dropped off 4 beefs.
This is amazing. So this is a different story now. The intern's dad delivered 4 beefs to us. How come I didn't meet him? Was I not here yet?
You weren't here yet.
No.
That's just a problem.
You're a busy man, Joe.
I know. I had to cross over.
Running all around, yeah.
Wow, we got our Don Corleone Murray is what I'm seeing here from James JP, I should say.
JP and NP.
So I'm going to tell your dad that he hand-delivered beefs. He knows what's up. He listens, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's a listener.
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen too?
You know, a few times.
Just say yes, will you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've listened to the show?
Yeah.
You know who Street Team Joe is?
Oh, yeah.
You know that he's sassy scaz.
Yep.
Snippy.
Snippy, sassy scaz back here.
Snippy. Every time I said Snippy, I saw Street Team Joe go like this.
Like Joey from Full House. He cut it out over there.
Cut it out. All right, so we got Street Team Joe's pylon. We got Dawson.
You can't make this stuff up.
We got Dawson's dad bringing beefs. I wanted to share this story, okay? It's AFC Championship morning. Snow's on the ground. We're about to get hammered.
2026. We're talking this year.
Last Sunday, guys.
Gotcha.
Last Sunday. Wait, was it 2 Sundays ago?
Last Sunday.
Yeah, last Sunday. 98 Found the Sports Hub was nice enough to put me into a nice hotel because of the snow. And I remember the night before, like, the heat was on. Like, I remember the heat being on. And when I woke up the next day, I looked at my house. It was cold, and it said 58 degrees. And I went, that's not normal. So I waited around, and I'm like, I don't think my heat's working. It's the coldest day of the year. I'm about to get 2 feet of snow. And I waited, and it wasn't moving. So I'm like, I think I can't leave. What if my pipes freeze? Like, whatever. So I call my provider, and they're like, yeah, dude, we can't get there. I find out I have no oil, by the way. Found out I have no oil. That was the problem. There was no oil for the heat. No oil, no heat, right? Call my provider, and I'm like, hey. They're like, yeah, we can't get out there. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Like, it's the coldest day of the year. I got to go work the Patriots game. Do you guys know how important it is right now? I got to go work this game. It was the biggest. They were shutting down. See you later, big boy. I'm done. It just so happens I hang up the phone, and I see Hooch calling me. Barry calls me.
Great guy.
Great guy. You guys have met him. And I go, dude, I got a big problem right now, man. I got no oil. And he goes, do you want me to call my boy at Devaney? And, sorry, Devaney. And I'm like, yes, I'll call your boy Devaney. Like, get on it. Get on it. He makes a phone call. And boom, I get a phone call from this guy named Joe who lives in Danvers, which is down the street. And he goes, hey, Joe, heard you got an oil problem. And I said, yes. I'll be there in 20 minutes just with the snow. Just give me some time. Joe, the tech, comes by. John, who works at Devaney, says, hey, Joe, I'm going to take care of you. I love listening to your show. I said, thank you. Devaney Oil came to my house in a snowstorm, gave me 10 gallons of oil, set up a truck to come the next day. Joe, the tech, walked through the snow, poured it all, hooked up my heater, did it all, got it all going. Heat was working. He goes, hey, go start your car. We're going to be done in 5 minutes, and when we leave, you get to the Patriots game. And I said, dude, thank you. I called John back, dude, thank you so much. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to become a customer to these guys. I'm getting rid of my old, because they still haven't called me. And then today he goes, hey, why don't we switch over your propane too? And I'm like, you know what? Let's do that. So they were going to come on Friday, but I didn't shovel the old pathway to the old heater. So I did it yesterday. And today Lucas comes and he goes, oh boy. They brought a new propane tank in, replaced the old one, filled up my propane, got my lighter going. So shout out to John from Devaney Oil. Shout out to Joe from Danvers to Tech. And shout out to Lucas who brought me propane today. Dude, in a snowstorm, they could have said screw. They could have, right?
They could have.
Because my other company, the people I was paying were.
If it was me, I would have told you to.
So this isn't a plug. This is real humans helping humans. I needed oil. Patriots AFC Championship game. I got to work the game. Guy came in, filled oil, filled up the entire tank the next day. I became a customer, and today I'm now a propane customer of Devaney Oil. Shout out to the guys at Devaney. They took care of me in a snowstorm. Now, we talk a lot about business, right, and what people do. They went out of their way in a snowstorm to help me because I needed it.
Hooch seems like the guy to know.
Dude, so I told Hooch, I go, bro, I owe you, man. And he goes, dude, anytime, man. And then he made a joke about how he knows the guy. So, and he also hooked me up with Rob Ninkovich today, which you can see later on. I'll share it later on as well. But yes, Hooch, I love you.
He brought in those wings that one time, too. Those were good wings.
Shout out to Hooch, Barry Siegel. Shout out to John at Devaney Oil. Shout out to Joe and Lucas. You guys did a solid. And I'm telling you right now, you know that you should give your business to somebody if they're going to come and meet you in a snowstorm. Right? So I just gave them a huge plug, but they deserve it because they could have left me stranded.
Yeah. Shows they care more about more than finances.
They cared more about
you.
Me and my house and my pipes more than they did about anything else. By the way, Groundhog Day sucks. What do you think? I in or out on Groundhog Day?
Out. He's 6 more weeks of winter.
He sucks.
Yeah. What is it?
40% hit rate?
What's the point? What's the point of a groundhog? What is a groundhog doing for my life? What does a groundhog do for me? What does a groundhog do for itself? What does a groundhog do?
What does a
groundhog do?
Where does it fall in the food
Why
chain?
does a groundhog exist? Why do we have Groundhog Day? What's the point? To tell us it's going to be colder for 6 more weeks? Out on Groundhog Day. I love the movie. Out on the day. It sucks. I don't care about that damn rodent. Is it a rodent?
I'm not sure what a groundhog is.
Can you look up what a groundhog does, please, Dawson?
Skaz, you said the groundhog has a 40% hit rate.
Yeah, I believe that's his.
Believe it or not, 40% is actually pretty good.
Not bad. It depends on the sport. But yeah.
What you're
better
saying
than
is
David Pasternak's shootout percentage.
we should be fading the groundhog, is what.
Well, 40%, Joe's really good.
I know, but you're a 60%.
I mean, Baylor Sharman's a 40% three-point shooter.
Oh, don't go there with me right now. Dawson and his stats.
You deserve that one. Yeah. Baylor Sharman's going to go off in Houston.
Why does he wear a T-shirt under his jersey? Tell me that. Why does he?
It's like a college kids. College kids do that.
Yeah, when they're scared to.
All right, Dawson, give me what's a groundhog do?
So, according to the Google AI overview, they spend their time digging complex, multi-chambered underground burrow systems for shelter, hibernation, and raising their young.
That does nothing for me.
No.
Out.
Well, Joe, you're not a groundhog.
How does Colin feel about a groundhog? Hey, don't walk away from me. How do you feel about Groundhog Day?
He's out on Groundhog's Day.
Groundhogs suck. They're underground hibernators. What does that do for us?
Sounds kind of nice, Joe.
Yeah, for you. What's it do for me?
Excuse me.
Snippy.
The guy wants to catch a little sleep.
What are the groundhogs? Where are they in the food scale? Like, what do they eat? Who eats them? I don't understand what they do.
Who was the guy that dropped the groundhog? Remember that one? Was it de Blasio? Somebody.
So then what do they do?
Somebody. Well,
they got to do it all over again.
I don't think it made it, Joe. I think it was. It was too tall of a fall, if I remember correctly.
That must have not
it was a couple of years ago. I think it was de Blasio. A tall guy. It's too high up.
I don't know what set me off about the groundhog today.
If it was Joe Murray's, weather service, how are we predicting the weather, the winter?
Joe Murray's weather service. It's going to be cold until April 5th.
Fine.
Sometimes the snow comes down in June. Sometimes the sun goes around the moon. Just when I thought the chance had passed, Skaz, you went and saved the best for last.
I don't want to wait.
I'm sure. Dawson's never seen Dawson's Creek?
Neither have I.
Well, Joe, you've never seen anything, yeah.
I saw like a solid amount of those movies.
What else you got, Dawson, for me? Anything else you want to share with me?
Well, when the groundhog sees his shadow in the years the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. They're 5-1.
I saw that. But what was the one? What's the 1 and 5 and 1?
It was not the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Was it the 07
What was the 1 and
Giants?
5 and 1?
Oh, no.
Just tell me it was 07 and we'll just forget about we ever had this conversation.
It looks like it's either 07 or
It was
11.
07,
It doesn't
dude,
say.
all right?
It's one of the Giants
I know
ones.
the answer. Don't even bring that stat up. It doesn't mean anything to me. Did I ever tell you about that day?
No.
So my first radio show ever. I was going to start my first show, the Sports Blast with Joey Mer. That was my first show. It would have been 2008. So I was an intern in 2007, and I got my first call to be a host in radio on Boston, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 1510 The Zone. My first show is the day after the Patriots lost the Super Bowl. Crickets on the phone lines. No, like, Joe, no one wanted to go near sports radio that day.
I skipped school the next day.
What?
I usually skip school after every Patriots loss. In high school, I did that.
I'm sorry?
I should. In high school, every time the Patriots lost, the next day I wouldn't go into school.
You're not talking Super Bowl. You're saying if they lost a regular season game,
yes,
you would not go to school.
But think about it. You know, they only lost like up to 5 games a season, so I'd only have like 5 sick days.
Yeah, by January, Joe.
but I wouldn't go in when they lost, and it became a thing around school. Like my teachers knew.
How did this tradition, if that's what we want to call it, did you pitch this idea to your folks? How did they become, receptive to you skipping school after the Patriots lost?
They must have. I played dumb and said I was sick and just didn't feel like going in.
So you went to public school, right?
I went to public school.
That stuff couldn't happen in Catholic school. If you weren't in, it was like, why is Joe not in? What's going on here? Where is he?
Yeah.
But
it backfired though, because in times I was actually sick, and then I didn't have as many sick days.
Have you ever seen Ferris Bueller's Day?
Yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Great
Thank
movie.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we needed the Musings. We haven't had one in a while. I don't know what the damn groundhog did to me. It did nothing to me, actually. I don't know. Like Caddyshack. What is that? What is that?
It's a movie, Joe.
No, what's the thing in the hole?
It's a groundhog.
I
hate that thing.
A woodchuck. A woodchuck. Woodchuck.
No, a woodchuck is not a groundhog, right?
No.
Thank you.
Cousins, probably.
They probably are from the same family.
Have you seen any good coyotes recently, Joe?
Coyote Ugly. You ever see that movie?
No.
No.
I'm talking about wild nature, like driving on the way home.
I don't think I'm a city kid. I don't think I've ever seen a coyote before.
I see him every night.
That's wild.
I've seen an orange fox at the golf course.
No coyotes in Hyde Park?
Come on, no.
There's coyotes. You're just not seeing them.
Where, like Blue Hills?
I see coyotes all the time.
I see them every night, just
weekly.
About.
Every night?
Just about, yeah.
You have dogs to protect, Skaz.
No, the dogs protect me, Joe.
I see deer every once in a while following the Charles River. But, that's really all I got right now. Groundhog. I can't have a garden because they wiped me out. Living under my neighbor's shed, and she thinks they are cute. Says Dinkus. Well, Skaz, I put a song in Slack if you could just, because tis the day. Street Team Joe got his Funyuns.
I did. I'll be enjoying those later.
Thank you to Devaney Oil. Shout out. The fact that they came to and Hooch came through for me. It was like magic. I hung up the phone. I'm like, I'm screwed. And then Hooch goes, "What's up, man? You ready for the?" right, back here on 98.5 The Sports. We have a full show tonight. Full show on Thursday night as well. Sam Payonovich, Sammy P of Fox Sports Chicken Dinner. He's going to join us. So I'm happy about that because we're going to do a lot of betting stuff. And Frank Pepe's is coming, too. You're not going to be here, Joe, are you?
I will not be here. I'll be in Houston for the Celtics-Rockets game Wednesday night.
Okay. Want to do a little... Anything going on at the Super Bowl, Skaz? Anything going on back there, guys? Nothing?
Not seeing anything groundbreaking, Joe.
Drake May's fine. Mike Vrabel's happy. The team's happy. They're all asking stupid questions. They'll have it all over all the stupid TV tonight. Yeah. Groundhog Day sucks.
Yep.
You all covered?
I think so.
Okay. Bruins, Swayman fought and lost.
Yep. He's been won that one.
And then they lost the game?
Yeah, 5-1 lead, I think.
Toughest lead.
All those penalties, Joe.
The refs did suck. I just want to mention that. But they're the Bruins. They have the most penalties in hockey. Why should they get those calls? All right, Joe, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Last week, I've talked to Skaz about it. I just got a text from one Jake Seymour. You hear the comments last week from Jason Tatum?
Yes, on the podcast with Ryan Clark.
Yes.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on him saying that he doesn't know how the chemistry will work if he came back?
I think that is a ploy. That is a lie. There is 0% chance that Jason Tatum thinks the chemistry would be an issue if he came back. It's not like Joe, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Kada, Wall. It's not like they're all going off. You have one player who is playing well, Jaylen Brown. Everyone else is kind of struggling to find their role on a night-to-night basis with the Boston Celtics team. Sometimes Pritchard does well, sometimes White has a game, sometimes Kada has a game. Hauser will show up here and there. It is not like their chemistry is off the charts by any means. So that cannot and it's clear that the Celtics cannot win a championship or maybe even win a round without Jason Tatum. So that can't possibly be what is on his mind. What's on his mind is he is scared. He is scared
hang on, time,
to
pause.
come
back. Pause. Did you get that, Skaz? He says that Jason Tatum is scared. Thoughts, Skaz, on that? Host of the Green Teamers?
I would not co-sign that take.
Okay, carry on, Joe. He's scared. Why?
He is scared that when he comes back, he is not going to be the same player that he initially was. And I think he is scared, Skaz, that with the whole dynamic of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you said it yourself. He said if it wasn't for KD kind of revived people being able to tear their Achilles and come back to full health. I think he is scared to go back on the basketball court right now and fully be himself. I don't think he is worried about chemistry. At least you can acknowledge that, Skaz. There is no way chemistry is a worry of Jason Tatum's. He, if anything, would make the chemistry better. He's an elite passer. He's the best passer we have.
Skaz?
Yeah, I mean, I think you couldn't be more wrong, first of all. The guy deadlifting 405 pounds on his Instagram story is scared of dribbling up and down the basketball court. Those don't really correlate to me.
But you think he's scared to come back?
No,
he's
not
scared
at all.
of the So what's the holdup?
I don't think there is one.
So you're saying he's going to be playing soon?
I think what Jason Tatum did on the Ryan Clark show was be Jason Tatum. I think he answered honestly and openly and was a transparent human being in that moment and said, the team's done good without me. How would anyone feel if they left their job where they were viewed as the most pivotal part of that job, that operation, and that operation continues to look well and run well without him? I think anyone would feel, not slighted, but you would be, hey, how is this going to work when I get back in there? Not so much a chemistry thing. I think it's more of a Jason Tatum thing in the ramp up to NBA playoff basketball. That's what I keep coming back to from the people I've spoken to in and around the league. They say that Jason Tatum will return if he's 110% healthy, nothing less, and if he has a legitimate run-up of NBA basketball leading into the playoffs, not just a couple of weeks. So those are the two stipulations I've heard. I haven't heard anything that contradicts that or makes me feel anything differently.
I would agree there. The only thing I would push back on is Have they done well without him? Yes. Has Jaylen Brown done well without him? Yes. I wouldn't say everyone else has done well without him. Has Pritchard been good this year? Has White been good?
That. Forget about White and Pritchard. Forget about them.
I think they could use Jason Tatum.
Wait,
that's not the reason.
What a hot take. They could use Jason Tatum.
No, but I'm just saying what he tells Ryan Clark, that is a lie. That I am scared of him fitting in. That is a lie.
Let's go back to this. I don't agree. You say lie.
There's no way that is what he believes.
Okay,
Absolutely zero chance.
I'm not going to call it a lie. I just don't agree that chemistry would be an issue. But Skaz mentioned that he was being transparent. So what exactly was he being truthful of? What was he actually was curious about coming back? Was it just 20 games remaining? Like, that could be something.
I think maybe the thought of him coming back he might be hesitant on. But I don't think it's because of the chemistry.
My take is something's changed. Joe Mazzulla came out and said there's been no setback. Right? You just talked about he's deadlifting 400 pounds right now. That's what Jake sent us earlier. He goes, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, so if he's so nervous about coming back and all these hype videos about how fast it was and the surgery was so great and what has changed? What has changed?
His opinion on the roster or their ability to go deep in the playoffs. You said it yourself, Joe, last week.
Oh, they're declining.
If the Celtics...
They had a big win yesterday.
The Celtics, they might be getting under the cap here. Like you said, the first apron.
Well, they got 3 days to figure it out, right?
But if they get under the first apron and don't get anything in return, isn't that them kind of punting on the season? Isn't that something Tatum would look at and say, I don't need to come back for this season?
My take originally was... I said they should sit both Brown and Tatum.
Your starters are Shireman.
Full disclosure, I did say that, and that was hyperbole. But I don't think Tatum should come back. I don't. I said that earlier in the year. Then I was sold that he's coming back. So now I don't know what is going on, but he's still working out. Mazzulla still says that there's no setback. He's still working out. Like, he's coming back. I don't know what the comments were about. Joe, I believe you when you say he's lying, but I don't think he's lying. Something has changed. Like, something's changed. To bring up chemistry, those two guys have gotten along for years. So chemistry isn't that. What is it?
Why are you convinced something's changed?
Well, how come because he was so ready to come back. He was even people telling people dates. He was coming back.
And why do you feel that's changed?
Well,
Chris Haynes came on and said, right?
Chris Haynes has nothing.
Well,
that was a
the Chris
report
by the way, the
Tatum.
Chris Haynes reports was kind of bogus.
Ramona Shelburne had the actual report.
Yeah, and then he said it himself. But he's got sources.
Yeah. He listened to the podcast.
I guess, guys, where I'm at is just the interview. Like, if I never saw the interview, I'd be like, oh, he's coming back.
Yeah, see, for me, the interview didn't change anything. I'm still in the same place I was. I think the interview was just Tatum being Tatum, and everyone has to nitpick and pick it apart. I mean, thank goodness for the Patriots being in the Super Bowl. We'd be doing 4 hours on this nightly, the return of Jason Tatum.
I'd be doing Zapruder films.
Yeah, so thank you, Mike Vrabel. Thank you, Elliot Wolf. Thank you.
I'd be Zapruder filming this. I'd be like, wait, he said chemistry. Is there a problem with him and Jaylen Brown?
A lot of buzzwords.
No, but for real, though, the chemistry, I agree. Like, you said lie, I'm not going to go there. You said liar.
Yeah,
you said
told
liar.
me never to call someone a liar. I should have said that.
Yeah, I just think it's bull.
What kind of green teamer calls Jason Tatum a liar? That's what I want to know.
Hey, I love him. him.
I get what you're saying, Joe, that if he's saying chemistry,
that's me just having so much confidence in him. I've seen how he plays.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have won a championship together. How could you ever say chemistry? No, I'm out on that. The other stuff, though,
he makes all the role players infinitely better.
Yeah, but worried about coming back. I could see the 20 games remaining in the playoffs.
If he's clear to come back, do you say he should be coming back?
If he's clear to come back, I think he's back. What do this? Okay, how about this? Can I throw another wrench in here? What if the Celtics don't want him back? And my point is, they sell off Simons, they get under the cap, they roll with what they have, and then next year, boom, they saved all that money. Is Simons getting traded?
Yeah, I think that's
Is Simon's getting traded, guys? What do you got? We got 3 days here. What do you think?
Eileen, yes. Traded.
Do we get anything in return for him, Skaz? Like a usable big man, or is it an offloading contract?
They have to get something in return for him. You can't ship him off for nothing. I think it's very interesting if Simons is here and they add. I think that would certainly be interesting.
I saw something. When it comes to the NBA, sometimes I don't know what's real, like the Centel and all that stuff.
Yeah, don't get NBA Centel.
Oh, I've been Centelled for life. I think getting a big long term. Like today, I saw they were interested in Robert Williams. Is that true? Is that true?
I believe that the report that they've reached out in regards to Robert Williams is true.
Does that move the needle?
I saw him play in Portland.
I think he's an impactful player. Doesn't move the needle. I don't know, but he is impactful.
Would he be your backup to Keita?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. He definitely does not jump out of the gym like he did when he was here.
He's an impactful
But he's still, he was still an impactful defender.
As far as rim protection, he's impactful. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
When he's right, he's very good. I don't know if he's right.
When I saw him the other night, he looked good. He's not as athletic as he used to be.
He looked like
he lost a step, but like a good
role player that could make an impact. I mean, the Portland and Brad have that. They have those chemistries of making trades. So chemistry, here I go again. The Celtics are interesting. I didn't get to it, but Bontemps wrote about it's not a gap year. So if he's writing it's not a gap year, does that mean they're going for it, or does that mean he knows that that guy hates Jason Tatum? He won't even vote for him on the MVP. Yeah, he hates him. I'm saying that. The Celtics are an interesting story here. We get the Celtics the Patriots until Sunday. If there's a parade, that will get us to Wednesday or Thursday.
And you guys, it will still be mostly football on Thursday, right? Will you guys even discuss the deadline at all?
Oh, absolutely. We got a full show Thursday night.
Yeah.
I mean, is Felger Maz going to have a countdown like they always do? I don't know. Maybe we should have. Oh, no, it's probably earlier in the day, right?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Skaz. If they trade Simons, they have to get a good big, or they have to get something for him. If they do what you were suggesting, Joe, earlier in the week, and they offload him just to get under that first apron, I think C's fans have every right to be pissed.
So, Skaz,
Bill Chisholm's out there every game, rah-rah. So if he doesn't back it up, the first apron we're talking about, if he doesn't back that up, I think there's a problem.
So, Skaz, pay no attention to what Jason Tatum said on that podcast.
No, I mean, you pay attention to it.
Is there anything to take away from the podcast?
Brian Clark's fine, I guess. I thought he handled the interview.
So whatever he said, Jason Tatum, nothing. Nothing.
I think if you're looking for Jason Tatum to give you any real inclination on how he feels, and you think that's going to take place in a Ryan Clark pre-recorded interview,
that's on me.
I can't help you. Yeah.
That's on me.
I think Jason Tatum is far too polished and professional at this point in his career to let anything really slip out at this point. He's always been pretty buttoned up. So I thought of it as more of a, hey, I'm coming back kind of. Don't forget about me. This has been a challenge. The mental things I've gone through, physical, all that stuff, Joe. And then you wonder why these guys don't do these things, and it's because for a week afterwards we get, does he like Jaylen Brown? Is he coming back? He's lying. He's lying to us. So, yeah, I don't blame Jason Tatum for, not doing a ton of media while he's been injured because this is what happens when he does. So, no issues for me. I think Jason Tatum will most likely return, but I'm interested more in ownership and how ownership handles their first trade deadline.
Very good question. Hey, Dawson, did you see that? Joe came in with liar speech. I just pretty much was just narrating it.
You're deflecting.
Well, I was pushing both sides.
Facilitating.
Exaggerating the truth.
No, that's called a narrative. I kind of was narrating.
My narrative is Tatum knows how good he is. He knows he would be helpful.
I just would never use chemistry between this team.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can win together, and I don't want to hear it anymore. Do you have a take, Dawson?
On what specifically, Tatum?
You turned your mic on. What do you got?
I got that Anthony Simons is not going to get traded. I think he would fit in super well with Tatum. I think he would.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
What about the money? The money. I
know they care about the money.
Are they going to stay over the cap? This season was about removing money. Is Chris Boucher going to help there? What about Tillman? You want Shireman off the roster?
Oh, yeah.
They got them all.
Get Shireman
Still doesn't
out.
get them down. They need $12 million to shed. $12 million.
I think they cared more about the money when they thought they weren't going to be very good.
Yeah.
Now they're the 2 seed, and it's a tough decision for Brad Stevens to make. I think Simons has proved his worth and has at least made a case to stay, but at the end of the day, the business and the money is the business and the money.
Skaz, would you be upset if we kept Simons and Tatum comes back, but we make no move at the deadline?
We know.
Who's we?
Would you? I said would. Maybe I said we. Would you be upset if that's the course we took? Stayed pat at the deadline.
No, I have no major issues with that, but I think it's very dependent on the rest of the Eastern Conference. It's very dependent on what they know about Jason Tatum. Like that's kind of where I'm at in seeing what they do at the deadline, because I do think it'll tell us how they feel about this team.
You're right. I think the conversation shouldn't be about Tatum. It should be how ownership handles the deadline. We have 3 days to figure it out. But Street Team Joe called Jason Tatum a liar tonight. Breaking news, 98.5 the Sport.
I'm going to get my green card. I'm going to take that away.
Street Team Joe calls Jason Tatum a liar.
My green teamer card taken away.
It's happened to me before. Somebody's gone on the website before and said Joe Murray calls blank liars. I didn't like that. Didn't go well.
You have an early Giannis prediction? Is he getting dealt before Thursday?
Yeah.
Where do you think?
I think Miami.
Oh.
Like Tyler
that
Herro.
would be spicy.
Like Tyler Herro. And maybe the Celtics dump some salary in that trade.
Khalil Ware and Tyler Herro back to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Herro going home. Milwaukee
he'll
kid.
love it there.
Oh, yeah, he's from there.
Imagine your career's in Miami and you get shipped to Milwaukee. You become the groundhog.
Who would be left in that Miami roster with Giannis?
Don't
Bam?
care. I don't care.
That's a bad trade for both teams. If anything, I kind of like the offer for the Bucks, but
all right, we're late.
Very.
We got to go to break. Maybe we'll talk to you guys after this.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.